Yo, it's your boy JSF. This video will be really short. Just wanted to go over some issues with this game. Not like I've gone over before, because that's probably too much of a blanket statement. But basically some things that I consider design flaws. So when I say this game is broken, like I say a lot of the time, and I have issues with it, I know the easy thing to say is, oh, if you don't like the game, don't play it. It's like, it's not that I don't like the game. I love Mortal Kombat. I played Mortal Kombat X. I played Mortal Kombat 9. I played Mortal Kombat 3 when I was a kid. Like, I love Mortal Kombat. If I didn't care about the game, I wouldn't make videos about it. You know what I mean? I would not. I would just say, wow, that game sucked, and move on, or go back to Dragon Ball, or move on to whatever other fighting games are out, you know? But this game, it's... some things they did really well, and some things are just doomed from the start because of their philosophy in designing and the way they do it. So, if you guys don't know, all the stuff they do is mocapped. So, like the animations and stuff, like they're mocapped. I'm sure they go in there with an animator afterwards and clean some of the stuff up, change it around if need be or whatever. But they do mocap work. They don't just draw a punch for every character. They have somebody physically do it. So somebody did this in the studio or something like it, you know, something more or less similar to it. So that's how that happens. So just to put that out there. So from that stage, I think they fundamentally screwed some characters over, like Frost is one of them. Like, her design is really cool in this game. She's a robot. She can do all kinds of crazy robot stuff. She can shoot her head off. And, you know, she can do a lot of cool stuff. But the thing is, these characters are designed, like, moves are designed as things they think are cool. I'm having a hard time saying this, but basically what I'm trying to say is they thought, oh, wow, that looks cool. They didn't design moves that were practical. Like, this wasn't made a move because it would, you know, work good for. They just thought it would be cool if she could shoot her head off and it'd be a bomb. And it is cool. It is cool. And that works most of the time. But here's two characters where I think it gets a little out of hand. I don't know if I have the right gears moves equipped to show it, but yeah, it's basically designed for what they like first, and balance and everything else comes later. That's usually fine, but then you get into other issues like Frost's head coming off, which is cool. Like, I think it looks really great, but her head is also part of her moveset. It's part of that string, part of this special. Yeah, she does a lot of stuff with her head. It's just part of, I don't know what else, but off the top of my head, there's that string, there's this special, and there's this special. Now, her head being a bomb is cool and all until you realize once you put this out, you can't do down back 3. You can't do it because her head's on the floor. So when you're doing this move is off the table. You don't have access to a move because you did another move. And that can work in a fighting game if it's a balanced decision. If you do a move and, like, while this move is active, you can't do this. If it was for balance reasons, like while you have this ice bomb on the ground, you can't do an overhead dive kick or something because that would be cheap. If it's a decision like that, then I would understand that. But the ice bomb was made a mid, so even makes this move useless because this is now a mid. I'm almost certain this move was designed to be a low and was changed in balance. But anyway, so that being the case, even when this is off, you can't do back 1. You can't do this string. That's important because that's her main punish tool. It's her main go-to mid string. It's her fastest 11 frame mid string. The other problem with that is this string, back 1, 2, is special cancelable. Back 1 special cancelable. But since she needs her head to do these moves, you can't do back 1, 2, down back 3. You can't do back 1, 2, down back 2. And it's not because it's not special cancelable. It's because you can't do the moves because her head is in a different place. Can I back 1, down back 2? No. Back 1, down back 3? No, I can't. So a decision they made, and it is just like this string, these normals, like, it looks funny, it looks cool, it looks kooky, I think it's cool, but it fundamentally changes the character just because of some shit you guys thought looked cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for characters being unique and having creative designs. I like Frost's design in this game, but when it's at the cost of gameplay, then it becomes a problem. And this is something that's like early on in development. Like, I'm sure the moveset is one of the first things they do after they design a character. Like, okay, we're having this character in the game, let's design them. What moves are they gonna have? Alright, what if she just bashes you with her head? Wow, that's really cool, that's great. What are her specials? What if she shoots her head at you? Well, she can't do that while she's bashing you with her head. It's like, decisions like that, I think, is one of the big problems with NRS and why they have such an issue with balance, because they don't design their games with balance in mind. They design for what they like or what they want or what they think people are like or what they think is cool. Like, there are so many moves in this game where they're like, wow, this looks really cool, but the move is useless practically. It has no use. And I'm not saying every single move, every single thing in the game needs to be like for high level competitive play, but there should be a use for it other than, oh, that looks cool. And, well, no, that's wrong actually. There can be moves in the game that exist just to look cool, but they shouldn't negatively affect the character practically. I hope that makes sense. So I don't mind this being in the game, the head being on the floor, if it didn't change how she played fundamentally. Like, it's another reason this variation is so bad, and part of why I realized, like, day one that this variation was terrible. This is a Frostbite variation, by the way. It's part of how I realized it was so bad, because I knew I was limited. If I did this string, I couldn't cancel into that. So what if I want to go into my fastest mid string? Like, what if I do a jump in or something, I want to go on my fastest mid string, and I get a hit. I want to hit confirm it. Well, what can I hit confirm it to? This. 15% damage. What if I EX it? 18% damage. What about this? 13% damage. I EX it? 19% damage and resets to neutral. I can't do this, because if I could do that, now I can do a setup. I can down one you or something. I can pressure you. I can make you fear that ice bomb, or I can down one you, grab you, you know, whatever. It would give me some kind of, it would be a way to play. It would be a way to play this variation. And like, you can't use her best tool. This is her best string, and you can't use it in this variation. So you have to use highs. And when you use highs, you know what happens when you use highs. You get down to crush and blow to 450 damage, and she doesn't have any other highs. Like, this is a high. This is a high, and hold on, let me turn frame data on. I don't know how I didn't have frame data on. I'm an amateur. 14 frames high, 11 frames, but look at the range on it. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Only one hit him. 7 frame high, worst jab in the game. 13 frames for this. For this. Horrible, horrible. Like, dude, what can you do? This move is beyond slow. I don't want to go off on this too much, but it's just one of the big design flaws of this game and of this character. Like, it sounds good on paper, like, oh, that's really cool. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh wow, this is dope. Like, look at this shit, it looks amazing. And then you try to play Frostbite Frost and you realize, oh, what, I can't even do an ice bomb. You see me put the input in and it comes out when the head comes back. It makes this variation garbage and useless. And this is a competitive variation. Like, this is something they chose at the launch of the game for you to play competitively. This, and you can't even do her mid string. And even before the patch, before the major balance patch, this string was 16 frames. It was slow as dirt, and she was the worst character in the game. But it was still her fastest mid string. Like, it was faster than this. You can do this, but this string is so slow that they can just jump. If they jump and you go for this, jumping is so fast in this game that you'll beat it. And that's just another one of my flaws. Another thing I think is a flaw with this game, but it's a fixable flaw. So that flaw they can't really fix. They screwed themselves up from Jump Street. It's just bad game design. The head stuff, while it looks cool, it's bad game design, because it fundamentally weakens the character, and it does it in a competitive variation. Like Frostbite being a competitive variation is a joke. It's just horrible. It doesn't make any sense. Like if you want casuals to pick it, cool, make it a casual variation. But for that to be for competitive play, it just doesn't make any sense. It's just bad design. But anyway, let's talk about jump-ins. So let's talk about jump-ins, man. Let's talk about jump-ins. Gears, jumping, kick. Well, first of all, I want to just show. I want to show. Okay. 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 Look how late I'm doing this sometimes. I'm still beating them. I did it early. I didn't beat it, but I didn't get hit. That's early. Yeah, early doesn't really beat it, but I don't get hit. Hold on. Damn. There we go. I just want to show that for those who don't know, that's one of the best anti-airs in the game at anti-airing. That part is important because a lot of people will say Frost Down 3 is one of the best anti-airs in the game, blah, 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 blah. It is at anti-airing. The reason I say that, because look what I get off of it. Granted, this is a Frostbite variation. This variation sucks, but Ice Machine can't do much off of it either. I get down 3, 1, 3 drill with Ice Machine. That's what I get. Like, that's what I get. Now, in Arctic Anarchy, I believe you can get more. You can get like 23%. But it's not like Liu Kang where if he anti-airs you, he can get a full combo off, or, you know, other characters who can do that. It's not that good. Well, it is, but she's not that good of a character where she can juggle you like that. But anyway, I keep getting off topic. So, I just wanted to show that move anti-air is great. So, get anti-air. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. As you can see, I can anti-air this. I know he's going to jump, so I can, you know what I mean? Oh, I did it too early. I got hit. This is one of the best anti-airs in the game. And depending on when he decides to kick, you see how I see him clearly jump and I do my button and I get hit in the face for it? Down 1, same thing. Same thing. What do? So, I mean, we all know jump kicks are busted in this game, but I don't think we understand how big of a problem it is. Jumping in general should have more startup frames. Like, in this game, nah, you just jumping too early. Hold on, let's do this again. You see how the minute he gets in the air when I hit him, he's treated as airborne? Like the second he gets in the air, even if before you see him jump like right there, he's treated as airborne. So when I down one him, he like juggles and falls back. That is not something that's in every fighting game, and I don't think it should be in this game. Like in Dragon Ball, at the earliest jumping frames, if you get hit, you're treated as if you're grounded. So you get hit and you full combo launched. I think in this game, it should behave in a manner similar. I don't want to say exactly the same thing, but I don't think, because a lot of people jump on Wake Up, because against certain characters, like this one here, if I hit you, I down one you as you're jumping, I'm not gonna get much off of it. I'm really not. Hold on. Like, hold on. Damn it. Like, what am I really gonna get? 14% into reset neutral? Like, why wouldn't you jump on Wake Up? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you jump? You know what I mean? Like, that jumping starts up faster than it does in most. It doesn't, like, in Street Fighter, jumps are not this fast. And they're not, and I'm not saying jumps are super fast, super ridiculously unreactable, but they don't need to be as fast and as good as they are, especially with the power of jump kicks being so good. Like, if jump kicks are going to be this good, jumping should at least be slower so we have more time to see and react to it. And just especially made with online. I mean, especially being played online. You know, like, I feel like this game is not developed for online play. And people may disagree with me with that, but I think it should be developed for online play because you know a lot of people, whether you're competitive, casual, they're going to play online. Even if you're playing King of the Hill with your friends for fun, it's going to be online. And I don't care if you don't know anything about frame data, you don't know what a tournament is, you don't know any of that. I guarantee you know what lag is, and you don't like it. Like, you don't like when you press a button and it happens like half a second later because you're like, what the hell? Because that's how that happens where you try to anti-air and then it comes out right. You try to do it now, and then it comes out now. And then that happens. You get hit in the face. It is different for certain characters. Some characters with good jump kicks, like Jax, he gets you one of those, he's going to down one to you, probably do it again into rockets, and that's 38%. You know what I mean? Like, it's different for different characters what they get off of it, but it just seems like the jumping is obviously a problem, but the game wasn't developed with the lag in mind. So when you go online, it's even more of a problem. Like, you got Kung Lao players jumping for free, and even if you got some half decent react, like, I can block Sub-Zero's forward two on reaction. I put a video up about it. I can block his forward two mix up on reaction. I can see the animation and react, oh shit, that's an overhead, I need to block standing. And I'm not a pro player. I've never made money off of this game at all. So, it's just, I don't know, man. I just feel like there's certain fundamental issues from the start that, like, they didn't address. Like, they didn't design with these being issues. Like, hey, if this is like this can't be like this. You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to do this, we can't do that. And that part of the process is where they missed out on. And I just want to bring this up because I feel like if this kind of stuff is known, these mistakes don't get repeated. I feel like there are certain, like, NetherRealm is good at building on what they had in the past. They had this, okay, we'll do it this way next time, we'll do it that way. Whether it's more DLC characters they add on to it, whether they make the online better, because the online in this is better than Injustice 1. You know what I mean? It's better than MKX before the netcode patch. But the netcode for this game still sucks. Like, everybody says it's good just because it's GTPO and it's not like as bad as anime games, but it's not good. It's really not. Like, I gotta find that video with one of the developers at Killer Instinct saying a really good netcode, like the best netcode, will make 150 ping feel like they're sitting right next to you. And I don't know about you guys, but I've never ever played a match in this game that's 100 ping or more that's felt good. Now, if it's under 100, sure. But if the ping is 30, of course it's going to be fine. That doesn't mean, oh my god, the netcode's amazing. I mean, the connection is good. You guys both aren't shitheads. You know what I mean? But anyway, I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over. I just wanted to go over some fundamental issues with this game, I guess I would call it. Stuff that, like, I don't think they considered. Like, they didn't stop and say, wait a minute, this won't really work if we have this way. Like, Frost having two special moves with her head while having combo strings with her head, and one of those special moves, putting her head on the ground, doesn't really work because now there's three moves, or there's two strings, or two specials and a string she can't do anymore. Like, and then we probably shouldn't put these moves together in a variation. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just, how does, like, just hear me out on this. How does Frost down back to her head? How does this not replace this? Like, somebody tell me, how does this not replace this? Why does it replace a totally different move? Like, it's like some things they just were right in front of them and they didn't see them. Like, they walk right past the stop sign. I don't know, man. I don't want to rant and harp and have people hate me for just wanting the game to be good. I just want things like this because I feel like if stuff like this is fixed, like if jumping kicks are going to be so busted, make jumping worse. Like, make jumping slower. That way, like, when you jump, they can see you coming a mile away. But if you time that kick right, hey. Or nerf jumping kicks so they're not as busted if you want jumping to still be a viable means of offense. I don't think jumping should be a viable means of offense because it's so brain dead. Everybody can grab a controller and press up or up forward. That's what everybody's gonna do. When you're if you don't know how to play a fighting game, you don't know any of the fundamentals. If you're getting cornered, getting hit, guess what you're gonna try to do? Jump out. It's like a level 1 mindset thing to do. And I'm not shitting on people who do because I jump to get out of the corner all the time. But that's because I know it works. People jump against me all the time, and I'm like, fuck, man, of course it works. I can't meet you with back two. They're going to jump. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. If anybody watches this, leave a comment. Let me know if I'm crazy, if I'm wrong, if I'm right. Let me know what y'all think. Like the video if you do like it. Please subscribe. I'm almost at 50 subs, which is awesome. Thank you guys. If I get to 100, like I said, I'll try to take this content stuff seriously. I would love to make videos forever on this and maybe even other games, but if nobody watches them, then I'm just wasting my time. Thanks, guys.